dark. Smoke's pouring out the goddamn building. It all happens really fast. You feel a tremendous heat to your left. Turn around, and the whole fucking room is orange-yellow. You can just see orange and feel heat. It all happens really fast. The lieutenant and the other firemen got a ladder up and saved 2 people. But downstairs, there's a guy trying to get out the door. They had bullets in the door. He was burnt dead. You know what the lead man said? We lost the guy. Shit, we lost the guy. You saved 2 people. How did you know that the guy's downstairs sleeping on the fucking pool table? I always wanted to be a fireman. A lot of guys want to be firemen. It's like kids. Everybody's still a kid. Guys 40 years old still feel like kids. Except that they're losing their hair and don't screw as much. I used to be a cop. You know why I switched to being a fireman? I like people. And when I was a cop, I could feel the hate coming into me. I remember one time I was at the roof of this one project, and there's this big motherfucker, about 6'7" at the top of the stairs. I said, "Hey, fella, turn around!" He said, yeah, give me a minute. His elbows were moving around his belt. I said, "Turn around!" It dawned on me that he had a gun caught in his belt, and he's trying to get it out. I said, holy shit. So I took out my gun and said, "You motherfucker, I'm gonna shoot." He threw his hands up against the wall. He had his dick out, and he was trying to zip up his fly. And there was this girl standing in the corner, which I couldn't see. So here's this guy getting a hand job. And maybe a lot of the other guys would have killed him. And I said, holy shit, I could have killed you. And he started shaking, and the gun in my hand started shaking like a bastard. I said, man, just get the hell out of here. So I took the fire department test in '98 and got called in '99. You know, the whole world's fucked up. The country's fucked up. But firemen, you see them produce. You see them put out fires. You see them come up with babies in their hands. You see them give mouth to mouth to a guy who's dying. You can't get around that shit. That's real. Look, I worked in a bank once. It's just paper. You're looking at numbers all day. But I can look back and say, I helped put out that fire. I helped save somebody. Somebody could be born. Someone could grow old because of me. It's sure I did something on this earth.
You know what I always wanted to do? I wanted to play the piano. That's what I really wanted. And I'd write songs and things about my mama and my grandmama. Now I got my own beautiful daughter. And I got plans for her. So I wake up every morning and go scrub rooms up in the Marriott. And then at night I come here to this office and it's scrubbing again. 4 generations, that's all we've done, scrubbing. My grandmama, my mama, and me. But my daughter, she ain't gonna do no domestic work. I aim to be the end of that particular line. Mama worked just like her mama before her. Domestic working was the trade. They was laundress, cook, and living help as they go. Babysitter and a hotel maid. They worked 6 days a week, all day long, and never come too soon. Can't come too soon. I come from 4 generations of cleaning women, but my daughter, she's from a whole new generation. That's what we've got coming up these days. A whole new generation.
My name is Ralph Warner. I'm 19 years old. I ran this mutual fund for the students at my school. My father runs his own investment firm. I guess that's where I learned. He runs a hedge fund. You know, those are the guys who are always getting caught defrauding their investors. We studied ethics at school, so I'm sure I won't have any problem. I'll be going to business school. Babson, naturally. What I really want to be is a professional golfer. But realistically, I'll probably be just an entrepreneur. And then I'll start a family, of course. My quote-unquote dream girl has long brunette hair, doesn't have to wear any makeup because she's going to be naturally pretty. I want her to have a lot of personality because when I'm 30 and we're moving up the ladder, there's going to have to be a lot more than looks. At first she'll probably be working, but after our first child, she'll stay home. And she'll be a good mother. I'm going to have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. I like a colonial house, possibly one that leans toward the Mediterranean style. Maybe it could even be backing right in a golf course, so my wife and I can play golf whenever we want. I hope my wife can play golf.
My name's Charlie. I'll be 20 in 3 weeks. So I got recommended for this job in a newsroom at a Chicago paper. And I went down to the paper to talk to the owner. Told him how much I wanted to be a journalist. He liked me. I had a tie-up. Now, coming to work for me was a kind of missionary kind of thing. I was bringing organic walnuts and organic raisins and giving them away to everyone. See, at this stage of the game, I was in a very spiritualistic kind of mood. And I enjoyed my job, because I was answering phones most of the time. And people would call up to complain or they'd have a problem, and I'd say, listen, this is a capitalist newspaper. And because it's a capitalist newspaper, it's not going to serve you. Because its job is to make money for its owners. And I give people suggestions. I tell them to call up the editor, or come down and take over the paper, and people responded really well to my suggestions. Well, then the editor calls me into his office, and he's like, blah, 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 blah. I want to take a baseball bat and smash his head in. I mean, he's a really nice guy. I like him a lot. I don't know if I would get any pleasure from shooting him up with a .50 caliber machine gun and watching his body splatter to pieces. So my fantasy all spring at the paper was bringing a gun and shooting. But bringing a gun, walking into the editor's office and saying, okay, how do you face your day? Now, I've been thinking for months, what will I do when I get fired? I'd do something to show them, hey, I'm better than you motherfuckers. I'm getting fired because I'm different. I had to think fast, so I looked up at the editor and I said, I hope you can live with the conditions you're creating. And then I turned around, walked out, and started to cry. The editor ran after me and he said, I'm not the one creating these conditions, you are. And I said, no, I'm not the one with the power. You're the one with the power. Now, God got myself on unemployment. And they were nice to me the first few times, and then a lady said, get a number. I wanted to tell her, fuck you. I can wait outside your apartment, knock you over the head, and steal your money. But that's bitterness. I don't like being bitter. I'm a passive.
I heard a lot of songs say, where you going, my son? And I know they're true. Boy, you never stop to think how fast the years run. Now they've taken you. I remember you were 3½. Your mom and me will sit there after things got quieted. We'll laugh at some new words you said, how tough you were to get to bed, and we'll plan the nights away, planning for our kid. I was your hero then. I couldn't do no wrong as far as you were concerned. You thought I was the best of men. The tables hadn't turned. I hadn't learned how many times it went. And daddies make mistakes. Now it seems that lately I've been thinking a lot. I think about my dad. A lot of funny things come back I thought I forgot. Now they make me sad. High school when it used to be, I didn't want him touching me, so I shuddered if he did. Further back to summer nights, baseball games beneath the lights, and sleeping in the car. My daddy and his kid. Couldn't do no wrong as far as I was concerned. I thought he was the wisest and the strongest and the best of men. The tables hadn't turned. I had to learn how many times it takes. And everybody breaks. And daddies make mistakes.
This may sound square, but my kid's my imprint. You know what I mean? This is why I work. Every time I see a smart young guy walking by dressed real sharp, I'm looking at my kid. You know what I want? I want my kid to tell me that he's not going to